Business Math Worksheet Day 13, again, percents in their application, underneath discount markups and markdowns. So we have two different ways that we can mark up or mark down. We can either mark it up based on the selling price or based on the cost. And so when you think about when you're working out problems, we know that we take the cost plus the markup to equal the selling price. If it's based on the selling price is going to be the 100%. That's what my base is. So the percent of the cost plus the percent of the markup would have to add up to 100%. Here it says that my selling price is $70. $70. My cost is $54. So if I wanted to find out the dollar amount of the markup, all I'm going to do is subtract 70 minus 54 in order to figure out what the difference between those two numbers is so that I can figure out how much the markup was. So if I take 70 minus 54, the amount of the markup was $16. $16. Want you to figure out what the percent of the markup was. The percent, we have to keep in mind, is the part divided by the base. The base is the one that has the 100% next to it. So in this case, my part of my markup was 16 divided by my base, which is the 70. So 16 divided by 70, we get 0.22857 and so forth and so on. We want to round our markup to the nearest tenth of a percent. So first of all, we have to change it to a percent, move our decimal 2 places. We have 22.857, so we have to round that one up since there's a 5 behind there. 22.9 is what my percent markup's going to be. So this would be 22.9%. We could figure out this percent up here by subtracting from 100 or taking 54 divided by 70 and fill in the rest of our table, but it doesn't ask us to do that on this problem. So I'm going to use this table quite often. On Alex they might not, but then when you get to different ones where it says based on the cost or based on the selling price, it kind of helps me think about how I'm going to set up my problem. So on number 2 here, it says in the following problem, compute the dollar markup and the percent markup based on the cost this time. So my cost plus my markup has to equal my selling price. My cost is what it's based on. That's where the 100% is going to go. So this time the 100 plus whatever would give us the percent of the selling price if we needed to know that. In this case, tells us our selling price is $90 and that our cost is $66. Again, if I want to figure out what the markup is, I'm going to take the selling price minus the cost because that's going to tell me how much I marked it up by. So if I take 90 and I subtract 66, we marked it up by $24. So the dollar markup is 24. Now it wants us to know the percent markup. The percent markup is based on the cost. So again, the percent is the part over the base. My markup was $24. It's based on the cost. The cost is 64. So 24 over 66, 24 divided by 66 gives me 0.363636. I want to change it to a percent, so I move my decimal 2 places or times by 100. Since there's a 6 behind here, I have to round that up to 4. So 36.4% would be my percent markup. So some will be based on the cost, some will be based on the selling price, so we may have different numbers on the bottom depending on which one of those values it's based on. That's pretty. 36.4% right here. So number 3, it says in the following problem, compute the dollar markup and the percent markup based on the selling price. Round the percent markup to the nearest tenth of a percent. So we know the cost plus the markup has to equal the selling price. We're basing it on the selling price. That's our 100%. Our selling price is $58. Our cost is $42. So in order to find out the amount of the markup, we have to subtract 58 minus 42. So $16. So $16 is the dollar markup, how much we marked it up by. We then need to find the percent markup. So to find our percent, we're going to take our part divided by our base. Our part was $16. Our base, we based it on the selling price, was $58. So 16 divided by 58 gives me 0.27586 ... I got to round that off to the nearest tenth of a percent, so I have to change it to a percent first. I have 27.58, since there's an 8 behind there, I'm going to round it off to 27.6%. So 27.6% is my percent markup.